Hey everyone, today what I want to talk to you about is much requested topic, how to properly approach a woman that you're interested in. Just as a forewarning, I'm not a seduction coach. I'm not going to teach you a bunch of sales tactics to get a bunch of girls in one night. This video is specifically for the men who want something more serious, who want to approach women with respect and kindness, and who honestly just want a better shot the first time they ask someone instead of the just spray and pray type of approach. All of the information I'm going to give you is going to be coming from just my experience as a woman, the things I've liked, the things I haven't liked. Almost being 30 years old, I have a more mature opinion about the things that are going to work for someone who's in my age range. And B, my experience working with men for the last 2.5 years. I'm going to try to give the most objective, well-rounded perspective that I can with these steps to help you out. To make this as easy and concise as possible, I've broken it down into sections with pre-approach, approach, and the after or follow-up approach. If after watching this you want in-depth videos on all of those approaches, let me know, or else this is just gonna do a quick run through to give you a great idea. So first we have the pre-approach. What if I told you that what you're doing to approach the woman isn't where you're messing up at all, but it's all in this pre-approach? These are all the things that you need to do before you even start looking for a woman. The pre-approach is essentially all about you. What the hell do you want? And who the hell are you? If you get nothing else from this video, if you stay and just watch this first part and implement these first things, you're gonna have better game than 90% of people out there, because what happens is most of the coaches, the seduction coaches, relationship coaches, even just people in general, we focus on the person we're trying to date, what they like, what sales tactic is gonna work for them, and we totally ignore us and what we're even looking for or want. I want you to think about it as if you're going to a car dealership to buy a car, or you're searching for your first house. If you don't know what kind of car you want or what kind of house you want, you have the illusion of so many options. Like, wow, there's a ton of cars for sale and there's a ton of houses for sale. The thing is, not every house and not every car is going to suit you. So before you actually make the investment, you obviously think about things that you need, things that narrow down the choices. You're not just looking for any type of woman, you're looking for a very specific type of woman. It's easier to find her if you know what you want, and it's easier to know what you want if you know who you are. So here's what I want you to do in this pre-approach stage. I want you to be so prepared, know yourself so well and so in depth that your person has no choice but to just align for you. You won't have to do work, you won't have to go search for them, but this will come very easy because you will all of a sudden find yourself on a path that is straightforward. So I want you to know your core values, your love languages, attachment styles, belief systems, how you're gonna resolve conflict, the type of religion that you are, the affiliations you want to be associated with, how you want to raise children if you want children, and how you're going to work with finances, goals, etc. And for extra credit, if you can get a coach or a therapist, they're like the ultimate personality quizzes if they're honest with you. If you get a good one, they're going to be able to help you recognize all of these very quickly and change some of them if necessary. This is something that happened to me when I first got into self-healing. Is my love languages were actually different than what I originally thought because I was covering them with a lot of shame I didn't know I had. So that's the benefit of coaches and therapists, is they help you see your blind spots. Highly recommend doing that. And the reason I'm emphasizing this so much, you might be thinking, oh, Elise, this is for like long term. This is if I want to get married. No, this is like gonna help you avoid red flags, avoid toxic situations, avoid people who waste your freaking time, avoid you becoming the nice guy, okay? So please pay attention to this. Fully invest in this. This is what I teach my one-on-one clients. This is what I teach my group clients. If you know yourself, you cannot go wrong. A lot of people want to skip this step. They want to go straight to step 2. They want to get straight to the poontang. But let me tell you, you will not get to the poontang without this step. And if you do, it's not going to be as sweet, okay? It's going to be spicy in a way that is not pleasant, okay? Just trust me on this. It will save you many years of hurt, and the older generation who's watching me is going to agree entirely with everything that I'm saying, and I'm sorry because you've probably been hurt already before. The heat is hot, trust me, and now we're gonna go on to step 2. Okay, so part 2, the actual approach. How do I approach a woman respectfully? And I'm gonna redact my first part that said I'm not gonna teach you tactics, because you can respectfully have one night stands. You can respectfully just have casual encounters. So feel free to use this part for your casual encounters as well. The best way, number one, to approach a female is to just be honest. Be honest about what you want. Not because you're directly gonna go up to her and be like, hey girl, wanna smash? That part comes later. The point is to make your intentions clear for yourself so that it's perceived correctly in your energy when you approach her. Women are very intuitive, and this is why the seduction coach tactics and techniques really don't work, because even if you're saying all the right things, we can still sense in your energy that you mean something else. And no girl, no person in general wants to be played. So that's why this backfires 100-fold on you, because you could have just been honest with what you wanted and your intentions, and you would have had a much better chance than you pretending that they meant something to you or that you were really interested in them and you weren't. Like, you totally played them. Now you're embarrassing them by thinking that they should go home with you. So just don't even do it. So here's what to say. A lot of men make this mistake of complimenting their beauty, asking their name right away, asking where they're from, asking how they're doing. And it just follows such a monotonous pattern of, we've heard it all before and we can tell exactly where it's going. It's not bad. You're not hurting anybody by saying these things. It's just not engaging, and it just won't entice the person you're talking to. Instead, pay attention and take notice to little things if you want to compliment them. I love your style. That's something they chose, not something that they were born with. So you're complimenting the things that they have chosen to be, the way they choose to express themselves in their character. You can choose to compliment the way that they laugh if you heard them, the way that they seem to handle themselves. You are talking about the essence of them, the energy they project. It is much different than saying, I think you're beautiful. You have more common ground. Let's say you frequent the same coffee shop, you guys go to the same gym, or your kids play at the same playground together, and you've just kind of seen them here and there. Start a topic of conversation around that common theme. It's gonna build trust, it's gonna build some familiarity with it, and if they've seen you before, like, you're automatically not necessarily a stranger anymore, because they know that you do the same things that they do. The main point of talking about these things, as opposed to just the basic compliments and I'll buy you a drink, is so that we switch from looking at the woman as an object of our desire and affection, and more into a person that actually has values and goals and characteristics. When we just talk about how beautiful someone is, we objectify them, and we're essentially saying, you are a trophy on my arm, and this is what I intend to see you as. We're not seeing them, we're just looking at them. And people really want to feel valued for so much more than that. And unless you can make them feel that way, you're not going to slide into their DMs. You're not going to get a date with them. They want to feel seen. And lastly, don't be afraid to be assertive. As long as you've done the first steps and you're kind and you're considerate and you've created a safe space, ask for the phone number, ask for the date. Don't make her do it. Don't give her your phone number and make her make the first move. I know that that's popular for a lot of guys now because it's a sure thing, but most women do not want to do the chasing. And it's not that there has to be a game to it, it's just that they want to feel like someone actually cares to want to go with them. They don't want to do the work for that. If you do all the beforehand steps, it should be very easy. But if you don't actually ask for the sale, then you don't get the close. Like, you just won't close it. Some guys just nail the first couple steps and they never ask for a phone number, they never ask for a date, and of course you get nothing because the chick's not going to do it. Lastly, stage 3, the follow-up, the follow-through. If you've done steps 1 and 2 correctly, this part should be the easiest part. Easy breezy lemon squeezy, because she should feel safe. She should feel like you actually care. You should feel like there was good flow, good conversation, and all you have to do now is exactly what you said you were going to do. Give her a text, give her a call, and set up the date. If she doesn't respond, if she totally ghosts you, if it was the wrong number or whatever, that's not on you. Some women feel very uncomfortable saying no to men because they're afraid of what he's gonna do, how he's gonna react. And you can't turn bitter because you've had that experience. Some women are just gonna not feel comfortable enough to be honest, and that's something that we have to understand. But the next thing that you can do about this is just go back to reassessing, is this the person that you had in mind? Was this the place that aligned with your goals or your intentions? We're all gonna experience some levels of rejection. Not everything is gonna be a home run, but that doesn't mean that you have actually done anything wrong. You can still be a really good guy or woman and get rejected. You can still really like someone and not have them like you back. I'm sure that you've had someone like you and you haven't liked them back for various reasons or another. The whole point is that step one is supposed to get you to a place of loving yourself and respecting yourself and being so dedicated and committed to yourself and your goals and your mission that those minor rejections just point you further to the place where you want to go. They're redirecting you. They're not rejecting you. In fact, I would honestly say that it's at this stage where you feel so whole, so self-sufficient, so purposeful that you actually receive more no's because you're looking in the old places you used to look, or you're just not attracted to the people that you're going after anymore. You just don't feel like dating people anymore because no one feels like the person that you set out intentions for. Just truly enjoy your life, enjoy the journey, because another person is not the destination of your happiness. I hope this helped even a little bit. It was my first kind of YouTube video, and I would love to make separate, more in-depth videos on each of these things with action items and steps. If that's something that you want, let me know, or let me know any other ideas that you have below, and I'll see you guys next time.